lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop.
Hi, I'm Gemma.
Hello, I'm Casey.
And welcome to the ADHD World Schoolers channel. So just a quick video from Casey and I about what the channel is and what we're going to talk about today.
Right, so we've started a YouTube channel to really help people understand what homeschooling can really be, and with world schooling as well. Specifically, we're going to go into details why we've decided to do this and why we've decided also to document to help others. We feel like between us, our experience and...
Yeah, I suppose we'll start with the experience. So we're both teachers and we're both into fitness. So the whole channel is going to kind of encompass loads of fitness stuff, loads of family fitness, and a lot about homeschooling and world schooling. So Casey and I, before we had the kids, our passion is fitness. I was a former PE teacher, Casey's currently teaching, and we both PT as well. So our passion is fitness, it's health and it's lifestyle. We've obviously had 2 children since then, so we have Pearl who's 5 and Logan who's 3, and they're in the gym with us all the time, so everything now is kind of like family fitness, isn't it?
Yes, and we found that being a fitness family, because both of us, like to say, are personal trainers, we both left teaching, so we've decided to go down more the fitness route, and found that having that fitness passion, or like say fitness lifestyle, it could really help with young children.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of our clients want to come to us because they also have young children and they want to be fit, don't they?
Yeah, our demographic, like Gemma's pre and postnatal specialist, and my clients tend to be 35-year-old fathers, professional fathers.
Let's be honest, having toddlers,
yeah,
you've got to be fit.
And yeah, working these jobs, it's really quite stressful and time management and stuff. So we just want to introduce ourselves, go a little bit now into why we've decided to do this.
Yeah, so Pearl is 5 years old and both children have gone to nursery. Pearl is now 5 and she did a full year in a primary school and she did start year 1, so FS2 I think it is. Pearl has been a really active child from day 1 and we just had a gut feeling with Pearl that something was different. Obviously Casey and I are really active and she just couldn't sit still, she couldn't stay in a high chair for very long. I know loads of people will relate to this. She couldn't cue, she was very impatient. There was just so many signs there I think with Pearl, and we just kind of went with it and all was good. Nursery they would just kind of say, you know, she can't sit still, she can't. When they were reading at story time, she kind of had to be stood next to the teacher, literally in the book. So we just kind of knew she was really, really active. And then we had Logan, who's just a different ball game. I think that highlighted for us that Pearl was going to be what's the word I'm looking for? Challenge, complex, needed something different. And then she started school, and it was just. I was called in basically, I was called into school, which was ridiculous because she was like 4.5, 5 at the time, to say that she was just struggling to focus, struggling to stay in one place, had to move a lot, and in my eyes, again as an ex-PE teacher, I was like, well that's absolutely normal, she's 5 years old, she's doing what 5-year-olds should be doing. Why am I being called into school? It wasn't a behavioural or a disruptive issue. And the teacher was fantastic, she implemented different strategies, but it just seemed to be a whole school issue. So when she was then due to start this next year, it was going to be a lot of sitting down at a desk, which we'd already anticipated would be an issue, nor did we agree with it anyway.
No.
So we let her start and we thought we'll see how it goes. They wanted us to have her assessed, which we did have her assessed. Now I'm not a huge fan of labels. I'm all about, okay, fine, you can assess her and give us some feedback. But all, you know, the
Well, we thought we were doing the right thing.
Yeah,
the school, you know, you're kind of trying to support the teacher and the school.
Yeah.
If they're recommending, you're like, well, I'll go
do
along
what
with.
we need to do to support Pearl. So, yeah, exactly. So we did. We went and did the assessment, and obviously they confirmed that it was. They said ADHD, not so much the hyperactivity, but the attention. But her brain works how my brain works. If I'm not interested in something, I won't concentrate, and she's exactly the same. I have to move a lot, she has to move a lot. So we just said like it wasn't going to work. So 6 weeks into the term, and we decided to call it a day.
So also what we wanted to talk about is how homeschooling, what it really is, because I think a lot of people are misinformed. They think it's school at home.
Yeah.
So, like you said, how have we structured those?
Yeah, it's got to be a bit different with Pearl, hasn't it? Because she does have to move. So if you are going to homeschool or world school, like our plan is to world school, you can't then take them out of sitting at a desk and put them sat at a desk at home.
Yeah, in front of a computer.
Yeah, in front of a computer, or just doing boring worksheets. So for Pearl, it's all been movement based. So prime example is she loves shells. So if we're doing numeracy, we have like the numbers from number 1 all the way to 10 or whatever we're doing, and she'll count the shells out. And then we might do like a number line on the floor, so she has to jump or hop to each of the numbers, and we'll do what is 2 plus 1, go and run to the number. So everything is fun and movement. And remember, she's like 5, so I think a lot of, and I totally get it, because from our point of view the teaching part is easier. Movement, like linking everything to movement, is really easy for me, but I understand and completely appreciate that for a lot of families that isn't always the case. So people will automatically replicate the school environment at home. So a big part of what we're trying to do is demonstrate how you can make it fun, because at 5 years old, they only need an hour a day, an hour of structured learning a day. Here's Pearl now. And that can just be going out for a walk, looking at what's... Come here, come and say hello if you want to. But we're just chatting on here, okay? So if you want to come in and sit with Logan quietly, you can. Alright? It can just be having a chat about what you see on the walk, chatting about the trees, chatting about the birds, chatting about the shells. Like, that is literally learning at this age. And like, some countries don't go to school until they're 6 or 7 anyway.
Yeah, many. I think British 5.
Yeah, the British is
British is 5. I know South Africa is 7. The big one now, everyone keeps bringing up, is Finland, how they're so far ahead and progressive of their education system.
But the research is there with movement and brain development, and you know, so I'm from the British curriculum. Pearl was in the British curriculum. It's probably one of the worst out there, because the pressure from the age of 4 and 5 is absolutely ridiculous. When in fact they don't need to be assessed.
No.
At the end, it's not a statutory requirement by the end of this year anyway.
I think a lot of people as well have their reservations about taking their children out to homeschool or world school as well, because they fear of falling behind.
Yeah,
we've heard that a lot. So
yeah, from our own family.
Yeah, which is, like Jen's just laid out, it's far from the truth, because what you're really doing is you're having a babysitter for 8 hours a day, and they try and
drag it out.
Yeah, they're teaching them to sit down, comply. Like I say, that's not even really like a woo-woo thing.
No,
it's fact.
Yeah, but the issue with that as well that I didn't want is the labelling that comes with that. She can't sit down all day for 7. I can't sit down for 7 hours all day. So the labelling that comes with that is distracted. That was the word she was coming out with herself, which really annoyed me. You know, naughty. That I'm not prepared to have from this age, when the human body is designed to move. And at 5 years old, they're being told to sit down for 7 hours a day with a 15-minute break and twice a week, 25-minute PE lesson. Not a chance.
No, and we're not the only ones. A lot of our friends and even Pearl's classmates have now, quite a few have decided to remove their children from the school.
Yeah. But it's, for us as well, it's our long-term plan is, we'll be really honest.
What is world schooling? What's the difference between world schooling and homeschooling?
We do love to travel. We're currently based in the UAE. We're both from the UK. We moved here before we had the children, and we want to travel with the children. And I think our opinion is the best way for them to learn at this age is to travel, is to see the world, is to learn about different cultures.
Anyone that's travelled a lot, whether that's be like when they were backpacking younger, or they travel a lot for work, or they travel a lot for work. A lot of people, I'm sure people have heard the saying, like, travel is the best education because it broadens your mind to so many cultures, people.
Wow.
That's it, like you have to adapt to foreign countries, different language, you have to, like when we moved to this country, you got it's a completely different thing. You have to set up your water, get a phone. It's not the same as the UK, it's a big change.
But we also want that time, we want those memories with the kids, and I think I've never, again, exactly like Pearl is, I don't really follow the standard set thing of life to get educated, get a job, and just continue until you retire. Like, to me, that frightens and always has frightened the life out of me, partly why I came out of teaching. I don't do that mundane. Pearl's not going to do that either. Life is so short, and that's our view on it. The kids are at an amazing age, 3 and 5, and we're working towards creating that life of freedom and time together and learning together. Will we put them in education in the future? I've no idea. We're just trying to see now what their interests are, and we'll guide them as much as we can. We feel that financial literacy is a huge...
Yes, no one teaches. No school teaches you that.
No. Pearl is, she actually came up with it herself, her car wash business. She was washing the car with me and knew that she was going to get some money for it, and literally said, I was like gobsmacked, I said to Casey, I was like, oh my God, Pearl has just said, can I wash more people's car and get more money? I was like, absolutely. So we wanted to make a sign, that's her English done, that's her spelling, planning it, and she did. She washed some, I was training the client, she's washing the car, she gets some money. It's business. Then we had a chat about how much money she got, what she can spend it on, does she want to save some? That's homeschooling, done. There's your lesson done. And then she had a swim lesson, tick, Friday, boxed off.
PE lesson and financial literacy.
That is homeschooling. Like it, people, and I get it, it's really scary, and I
it's not an easy decision at all.
Social is the massive one.
Yeah, a lot of people say that. Well, they're going to have no friends.
Yeah, you just have to put the effort in. She's already got a group of friends. Every Tuesday I make sure she's got a play date. She also has her swimming lessons. But you've got to remember as well that we think that socialising is just their age group, and it's actually not. They should be around adults or older children. On a Wednesday she does go to the school hub for 3 hours where they top up her literacy and numeracy. She's around different age children there. We were at a hotel, day pass all day yesterday, she made a friend. Like, socialising, and they don't socialise in school, they have to sit quietly, put their hand up to ask, and then they get a 15-minute break to stuff the food in the mouth. Like, is that socialising? You're being told when you can and can't speak, you're asking permission to go to the toilet. Like, is that really teaching confidence?
No. I think children are not more robust. I think sometimes as parents you also project your fears. Like we always joke, I'm not as outgoing as Jen, so maybe I wouldn't walk up and say hello to people and start chatting. But a 4-year-old will, they don't. They haven't.
Yesterday they wanted to play the
the
football game and the basketball. Go and ask the man if you can get the ball to play the game. Say please and thank you. That's confidence and communication skills. That is teaching at this age. Like it's as simple as that.
Real life. It's teaching real life. that's really, like you say, the English, maths, that stuff is actually really basic for them to get their head around, and it's also very basic for anyone to teach. I know, you know, people are going to bring up algebra or stuff like that, but she's got another 10 years before that even kicks in. And
do you need it?
yeah, do you need it?
To pass an exam.
Yeah, to pass the exam. So, you know, and then you can address that at the time. We're talking about now as a young family at these ages. They have no filter of shyness. They see kids that just run over and start talking. It's just normal.
Yeah, and ours are used to the UAE, which is a different culture again to the UK, I would say.
Yeah, I think the kids are a bit friendlier because they're used to the transit life. Everyone's very transit, but.
And our kids are used to being around us when we're training clients, adults.
Yeah.
They're used to like gym etiquette and.
Which is strict. Gym can be dangerous, so they have good, you know, awareness and stuff like that. So.
They do. No, I think for us we want to create a family. Well, we have got a family unit, but we want to create as much time together as we can.
Yeah.
I think we're very fortunate that me and Kate are on the same page when it comes to like our belief systems, our outlook on life, our vision, our goals, and what we want as a family. And that is time. It's
they're only little
together.
now.
Yeah.
And you know, like teenagers, they don't want to be around their parents. You want to be around your friends. So make the most of them being so young now, and have them around. They want to be around you. So.
They do. And Pearl's changed a lot since she's not been in school as well. She's a lot calmer. She does have some sensory needs, like clothes are an issue, like loud noises. It's a nervous system regulation thing and sensory processing. And since she's finished school, she's a lot calmer, a lot less attitude, a lot less bouncing off the walls like she used to when she came home from school. So we know we've made the right decision.
Yes, I think as well, like all of this going forward, there'll be episodes specifically on the needs that Pearl would need. Jem will go through more about like the curriculum side, how we've designed it, and how Jem has now decided to do your very own curriculum to help others with movement. We feel that movement for the young children would be great to learn your math, just basic maths and English. Sciences, all this can be done through play rather than sitting still. So going forward on this channel, you'll see a lot more about that. Gemma will go into a lot more detail about the curriculums.
A few workouts.
Yes, there'll be vlogs on the workouts. So like we said, ourselves, we're hoping the plan is to obviously be travelling a lot more in the very near future. Like I say, we've lucky enough and done the background to build up our businesses where we can. Myself, I'll help you guys a lot more with fitness tips, because obviously when you're a homeschooling family and a world schooling family, you want to be active and healthy and, you know, take the kids surfing lessons when you're abroad if you guys get out there, or bike riding, you know, all these things you forget. So how to manage fitness while travelling, nutrition, but a lot of it will be centred on the world schooling and homeschooling with myself and Gemma, and obviously Gemma with her PE background and what Gemma's working on at the moment. That will go into a lot more detail, and even lesson plans, what a lesson could look like, you know. So a lot of exciting stuff to come.
Yes, watch this space.
Right, thank you very much, and
until next time.
Until next time. One a week is the goal.
Yes,
one a week.
1 a week.